Yeah. Oh, that's the other reason. That's why we're getting so many blood echoes recently. Because we have the rune equipped that allows us to get extra blood echoes. Yeah, because we can increase the triangle one, which I think is scales up our skill. And we can increase the 2 normal ones. We can equip the 2 normal ones, but not... I don't know. We'll look and figure. We'll figure more out. We'll figure more out. Don't you worry, chat. We'll do it. Okay, interesting. Very cool. This is a very pretty area, and it is. It's an ocean. It's interesting that they... Oh my... What the shit? There's the cliff there. Oops. The rocks, literally, yeah, they're coated in butter. I like inched forward a step and it was just like, whoop, it just slipped all the way off. Oh my god, that is hilarious. That's delightful. Damn it, and that means we're gonna have to go all the way back up there to get all those blood echoes too. So it's interesting, the snake-headed dudes are dressed like this guy. God damn it. I can't believe that happened. It's a very pretty... Oh, shit! Yeah, that's almost exactly what happened. Thank you for that delightful quotation, Brutonian. I appreciate it. Oops. Alright, let's see what's down here. I do really like the whip. Oh, an item we never grabbed. Oh, shining coins. God, I'm glad we got some more shining coins. We only have like 1,000 of them. I guess 50 is probably the max. Maybe not, actually. It's not interesting. I'm actually genuinely surprised we don't have the max. This also means you gotta go kill that stupid mob again, which is kind of unfortunate. I am completely with you, Brutonian. Like, the whole point, the whole fun aspect of the game is exploring. Why would I want a coin that would lead me exactly where I need to go? Gun has the bad part of the whip too, its damage ramps up hard. Yeah, I've noticed that actually, not even just from here, like its damage increased so much just from like the last couple levels. Like we were doing like negative damage to the blood-starved beast, and then suddenly we're doing a good, I mean, not a lot, but a decent amount of damage to a lot of them. Your buddy actually did use them to not get lost in certain areas. Interesting. See, I don't personally understand that because I want to get lost in these games, right? I want to go wander around and discover things. But I guess if your goal is to kind of run through the game a little faster, I can see why you want. The more skill you get here, all the way to 50, will make it do a ton of damage. Good, I'm down for a ton of damage. Those guys are actually pretty easy to kill once we get used to their patterns. Get a lot of those murky blood gemstones. Aha! I see your glowing eyes. He more so used them to not go in circles, so he'd mark his path by dropping a coin. Interesting. I gotcha. That makes sense. That actually does make sense. I can see that. Although, to be honest, I kind of like... I kind of like going in circles as well. Yeah, I never really thought to use them that way either. That's interesting. I like the ingenuity. I respect it. keep forgetting those guys have that attack. No! God, I can feel us dying here. Be dropped in the pit. Cool. Should not have used a heavy attack there. Good stuff. I've never used it myself. I'm impressed by the stagger and damage, honestly. I agree. I was not expecting the damage to ramp up quite as much with how rangy the weapon is. Yes, this is our first Bloodstone chunk. It does... What did I just do? I don't know how I keep doing things like that. Sometimes I'll just randomly pop a motion. And I don't know... Like, I assumed we would have to use gestures here. Oh! Oh, I'm like for the first time looking at this. So is it... There's like ways to use those things. Does have S scaling with skills, so it kind of makes sense. It does, and I mean we're almost level 30 skill already. So, wait, does it? It just says it's B scaling. But maybe it's S if we sharpen it enough, like if we upgrade it with these stones. It will, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, so I was kind of confused actually. We have this sharpening stone on it, but it doesn't bump up the level. I guess since it only increases the scaling by like 3 point something, it's not quite enough to bump it up to like an A. I was actually wondering about that. Cool. Yeah, my guess is that it is so bad at the beginning, because it kind of honestly is really bad at the beginning, and it doesn't stagger nearly as well as some of the other weapons, especially at the beginning, comparatively, I guess. That there's kind of like a buffer where most people don't want to use it. Yeah, it's so, like, comparatively, I've never used any of the other weapons, but it sounds like from what people have been talking about, comparatively, it like is actual utter garbage. The only advantage is how rangy it is, which honestly I kind of like how rangy it is. That was nice for me at the start, especially. It gets so good though near the end because you will get so much skill. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And it looks really cool, really cool. Also, that also is part of it. They're infinitely better at the start. Interesting. Okay. I guess that does make sense. That's pretty much what literally everyone I've heard talk about it has said. Is that, like, really most people just say it's trash. And I think the reason people do that is because it's so bad at the start that no one actually uses it longer than that. That would make a lot of sense to me. It does. It really does. Huh, I've never actually seen that attack. Glad I have now. Fashion-born indeed. Fashion-born indeed, Brutonian. Yeah, Elvar, I was wondering why you were dropping back to REW earlier, given that you have the new W. I wish this guy Pimp walked with it though. That's true. It would be kind of cool. Like when you, at least maybe when you have it like this, like you, that would make it even better. Actually, kind of weird that when you have it this way, he holds it like this, but when you have it as the whip, he holds it like this. I know what that is. There we go, Elvar. Going back to tradition, what I like to see. All right. I want to see what these new runes we got are. We got a deep sea one, but I think we already had a deep sea one. It's interesting that there's so many repetitions of this, of runes. Oh no, it's not actually. Physical damage reduction 3%. That's actually pretty good. Added frenzy. Frenzy. Wait, what? Oh, resistance. And I remember. And frenzy is like the curse. It's like curses in Dark Souls. It'll like one-shot you if it builds up. I have a feeling RW gives different emotion than that one does. It's like, I'm following you, creepy, REW is. And that one is like, it's more like, WTF. I guess I could see that. Yeah. REW is definitely a little creepier. It is a little bit creepier. I'll admit to that. More cold blood. We are stocking up so much on different cold bloods. Like, we could probably get, even with each level costing 11 to 12,000, we could probably get right now, like 10 levels just with the amount of cold blood we have, which is pretty nifty. Like that. These are like giant gravestones. I feel like there should be more to do with the giant gravestones than there is, but there's not. Looks like that might go, yeah, looks like that might go around. So I think we're gonna go up and over. And if we come through here again, we'll use the shortcut. But I want to make sure we get everything we can. Or wait, am I back at the beginning? I don't think so, right? Oh, it's a hog! Oh, we do so much more damage in this thing now. Jesus, man. That is awesome. I also like how some of these bigger mobs like explode when you when you kill them. It is kind of weird that hog only dropped 2 and those. Oh, it's a secret. I love secrets. I love secrets. And like the brick dudes drop more than that. It might be time to change our outfit. Wait, did we not just? Oh, we didn't get a hat. Graveyard robe. Oh yes, this gives the whole bandit feel. I like it. No, that's awesome. That is amazing. I'll take it. I feel like a ranger or some shit now. We're here in the woods, and we mean business. We got to get up there somehow. I don't really know how to get up there though. Fashion born at its finest. Fashion born at its finest. This place, I definitely could run around in circles in this place. Definitely could do that. The nice thing is we are getting tons of stone shard, the bloodstone shards, so that later on when we find a new dex weapon, sorry, a new skill weapon, we will be able to hopefully upgrade it fully. Maybe even a couple of them. Alright, so this just goes right back there. How the heck are we supposed to get up there? It looks like maybe there's a path, yeah, coming from that way. Let's try walking up somewhere. It's easy to get lost your first time through. Oh my god, absolutely. I feel like I probably could find my way directly through it if I wanted to, but I also really want to explore every little nook and cranny. The hell is that? Is that one of the snake things from the back? Is that what they look like from the back? I think it is. Is exploring in Soulsborne games is what it's all about. I could not agree more. It is at least 50%, if not more, of the fun of a game. Discovery and exploration. It's why it's a huge chunk of what makes them so special. Alright, we've already been down there, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going back the way we came right now, which is good. I do want to do that really quickly. I feel like we're starting to get a lay of the land. It looks like it's just a kind of a large open expanse that kind of just goes forward. Yeah, more items! Found them. And blood shards. I always want to call them bone shards, but they're not. They're not bone shards. Ooh, there's an item down there. I must go. I must loot! Chads! I must! It's a compulsion! We will find the things, and we will loot the things. Ooh, what is that? Oh my god, that is creepy as hell looking. Dude, that thing looks like it's gonna eat my face and kill me. That looks like an enemy that will one-shot me if I'm not careful. Oh, arcane! Magic! I love magic. Let's see what this actually does. Arcane attack up. So, I don't believe we have any weapons at scale with arcane. Ah, no! Get off me! Alright, we're good. We're good. Luckily, they are pretty weak. I don't know exactly what they do. Dude. This is weird. These look like sea creatures, like jellyfish. That looks like a sea anemone. Anemone. Ah, the little blue goobers. Oh, they're using magic. Yes! Hopefully that means that we can use magic soon. Actually, I'm getting a distinctly Subnautica vibe off these guys. I'm gonna die! Okay, we're good. We're good. We gotta throw some shit at these guys. Maybe shoot them. Let's try this. Are you kidding me? There's also an item right over there we're gonna have to go grab in a second. Alright, one down. Mandatory Russian. Understandable, Alvar. So it looks like they did not get persuaded by the blood cocktail. Got him. Okay. What did I do? Oh, just soul. Just, not souls. Just blood echoes! And you hit someone with the other weapon form? I'm curious about the damage. Yeah, sure. Light attack. Heavy attack. Madman knowledge! I actually haven't looked either, so I'm actually going to check myself, because I assume the range trade-off is a damage trade-off as well. But I have no clue, and really have a strong tendency to never look at how much damage I'm doing, besides, like, reason the whip is definitely better, though. Does it do more damage? Were you watching? I'm guessing the range trade-off. I know for a fact, no matter how much more damage the range weapon, I mean the cane by itself does, the range is worth the trade-off to me. Assuming the R1s are faster but do less damage. Yeah, that would make sense. The heavy looked more powerful, however. Gotcha, okay. So it's closer range, but it does less damage. I mean, closer range, but it's faster and does less damage. Which makes sense, because this is actually a pretty slow attack for an R1, to be honest. I feel like something is gonna eat me in this pool. Like, just come up like a giant Venus flytrap and just... But maybe not. Well, that's the other thing. Only this can be charged. So it makes sense if this did more damage, because you can't... Is that common across all the weapons? Can only one of the two forms be a charged attack? Or do you even know? Alright, we gotta explore both these areas. We're going up right now. Then we have to go down. It is more, so this does 171. So I guess resistance has probably changed as well. Some weapons, not all. Okay, interesting. Shortcut! I know where this takes us. I know exactly where this takes us. Yeah, cool. We're back! So now we can go up that shortcut from that lantern, run over here, and then go down this shortcut. Actually, let's go do that real quick. Let's go spend all of our blood echoes. Yeah, the heavy attack really does stagger a lot of enemies. Honestly, a surprising number of enemies. And also, the blood vials, the pungent blood vials, or whatever they're called, pungent blood cocktails, attract a surprisingly low amount of enemies, in my opinion. Like, gives you 2 shortcuts from 1 bonfire. I think that's definitely the case with Dark Souls 3. Although not everywhere in Dark Souls 3, but I think you're right. That is more common. I'm pretty sure in Dark Souls 1 and 2, it was more like this stuff. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong about that, though. I could easily, and often am, be wrong. But I agree, I do like the shortcut system. It's like, it's very similar to Dark Souls, in fact, in that there's so many different levels, and you like are going up and down to different shortcuts and having to beat whole like planes as you go through. It was such a pain finding bonfires. Yeah, God. I actually don't even remember that. I remember almost nothing from Dark Souls 1, which is why I think it's going to be awesome when I replay it, because it's been so long since I played that game. And my memory of games, to be honest, is sometimes lackluster. Extremely generous. I agree with that. They were everywhere. There were bonfires everywhere. Claypool, we actually, just before starting this playthrough of Bloodborne, did a full blind playthrough of all bosses in Dark Souls 3. So I do have a very vivid memory of that. And that was delightful.
Very well. Let me...
I think we're going to get 2 levels. I don't know why I did that. 2 levels here. I genuinely have no clue why I'm upgrading Arcane, but I'm gonna keep doing it regardless because I like magic. Even if I never use the magic, we're still gonna keep upgrading it because I am stubborn, chat. I am. Oh yeah, great game, but just a few too many bonfires. I could agree with that. It was a little too forgiving, but it was part of what made it more accessible to a lot more people, I think. While the bosses were still difficult, the frustration was somewhat minimized by how often you found bonfires. Huh, we can buy 55 bullets with this amount of money. That's awesome. Alright. Let's go back to the Forbidden Woods. Accessible! Yes, Eldar. Accessible. Ooh, we need to go beat those last 2 seasides in Celeste. Speaking of accessible, I kind of forgot about that. Somewhat minimized frustration. Yeah, I could say that. I think balancing frustration and difficulty in games that are frustrating innately is quite an art. And I think, to be honest, in my opinion, Dark Souls 3 did a really, really great job with that. They weren't too heavy-handed with opening access to people, but I think that really, I liked how they did it. Did someone say golden strawberries? No one said that, Dagum. Go away. Go away, sir. That was not something that was said. The game was way easier to get into compared. Absolutely, absolutely, and I think that was the intention of the developers, right? I think it was as difficult boss-wise. Maybe even some of them were more difficult, even though I don't have a very huge memory of all of the bosses in Dark Souls 1. But I think they balanced it well. Because I would prefer, honestly, I would prefer more people play the game. Because that gives, if it's done correctly, let me rephrase that. If it's done correctly, I would prefer more people who had access to the game. Dogum's like, no! Angel Thump! Did you ever pick up that new modem, Dogum? God, it's gonna hurt! Fine. He's done it before I joined the stream. Oh, nice. Okay, gotcha. I see now. Was more so wrestling with mechanics, absolutely. And I think that is why Dark Souls 3 is such a great example of a development cycle to me, because I love it's like Witcher 3, right? When developers realize what they've done wrong and what they've done right in games, and they all I'm not gonna say Dark Souls 3 is a perfect game, but when they get close to perfecting games, I really have a lot of respect for developers that are able to do that. Absolutely. Which is what I'm hoping to see, and this is a totally different type of game than Souls-like games, with Kingdom Come Deliverance. Because Kingdom Come Deliverance has a lot of problems. Like, a lot of problems that make the game really frustrating and shitty to play. However, it's a good game. And if they can perfect their formula, it's going to be the second game, or the episode 2 is going to be really good. And the third game, even more so. Alright. There are things we must kill! There's a boar down here. A pig. It's quite a boorish pig, to be honest. Boring, even, you could say. It's down this way. Where'd it go? Pig! Come out here! So, Greta, really hope they improve on what they made with Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I beat it, and God, was it a pain. God, was it a pain to beat. You swine! You and your puns! You may exit the stream now, Brutonian. That is enough of that. I'm just kidding. No, that was decent. That was okay. I grade that a 3 out of 5. Played a lot of For Honor. The combat. I have heard that. I've never played For Honor, but I have heard people say the combat system was similar, and I think that's really cool. I do. Maybe a little slower pace, but oh god, this is dangerous. I did like the combat system, actually. I liked it a lot. It could use a little streamlining, but it was fun. It was fun to fight people. Is Triangle hogging all the jokes again? Never! What would you... a joke hogger? That would be boring, Dogum. If I didn't let everyone else make jokes. Quite boring. It would be boring indeed. Like how it made you improve as you fought. You couldn't just fight a full-fledged knight right out of the... Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. And I liked how... I liked the move... Like the upgrade... The weapon system where you upgrade where you upgraded your weapons. Not the weapon like the blacksmithing system where you upgrade your weapons, but the movement system where you upgraded the combos you could do. I thought that was a really cool system. However, I think that it needs a lot of refinement. Some of those things, especially against specific enemies, were almost impossible to actually execute. And I think it wasn't only because they were hard to execute. I think it's because some of the combos were actually bugged.